A lawyer told me a man from my past had left me $2.3 million. My husband didn't ask if I was okay. He asked, how soon can we use it? I met Philip when I was 20 and working nights through college. He was 41, successful, and used to solving problems with money. He paid for dinners, booked trips, and once covered my rent when my student loan was delayed. Then he offered to rent me an apartment near his house. He said I could stop working, take fewer classes, and let him handle everything. But the lease would be in his name. The bills would come from him. I asked, what happens if we break up? He looked offended. Why would you plan for that? That was when I understood the offer wasn't freedom. It was dependence. I ended the relationship. Before I left, Philip said, you're the first person who ever walked away from what I could give them. I told him, maybe I'm walking away because of what it would cost me. 9 years later, his lawyer called. Philip had died after a long illness. Most of his estate went to his daughter, but he left me about $2.3 million. He also left a letter. He wrote that losing me forced him to see how often he used generosity to keep people close. His final line said, this is not payment for what we had. It is proof that walking away did not cost you everything. I went home and told my husband, Jason. At first, he was stunned. Then the house listing started. 6 bedrooms. A pool. A guest suite for his parents. He also wanted to quit his job and open a brewery. When I said I needed time, he said, we're married. There is know your money. But that had never been our rule. We kept separate personal accounts and shared the household bills. When my grandmother left me money, I used most of it toward our home. When Jason received a large bonus, he bought a motorcycle. Then Jason told his family after I asked him not to. His mother planned extended visits. His brother asked for $150,000 for his business. Jason even showed his friend a brewery proposal naming me as the main investor. I said, you're promising people money I haven't accepted. He said I was embarrassing him. Philip's daughter later asked to meet me. I expected anger, but she said she wasn't contesting the will. Then she warned me, if my father gave you this because you refuse to be owned, don't let someone else use it to own you. I met with an advisor and attorney. They recommended placing the inheritance in a separate trust. Jason demanded access. When I refused, he said, you didn't earn it. You just slept with the right man. We tried counseling. I asked him to stop discussing the money for 1 week. He lasted 2 days before asking me to guarantee a business loan. That was when I knew the problem wasn't the inheritance. It was what he believed he deserved from me. I accepted the money into the trust. I didn't buy a mansion or fund his brewery. I kept working. Jason moved out, and I later created a scholarship for women rebuilding after financial control. He still says I chose a dead man's money over my husband. I think I chose the boundary he refused to respect. So did the inheritance ruin my marriage, or did it reveal the truth before I wasted more years pretending everything was fine?